Hey guys, it's Jennifer, and today I want to discuss with y'all my June wrap-up. I've read about 5 books this month, and that's actually a pretty good number for me. I don't know how people read 16 books a month. I feel like for me personally, if I read that many books a month, I wouldn't be able to enjoy what I was reading and really absorb it and process it. There are also 2 books this month that I started and got to the middle of, and I just didn't finish them because I wasn't enjoying them and it was taking me forever to get through them. And those 2 books were A Bag of Bones by Stephen King and Definitions of Indefinable Things by Whitney Taylor. Next week, I am releasing a DNF video, and those books will appear in that video so you can understand why I didn't finish these books and why I didn't enjoy them. So let's just dive into it. I have a huge book here, War of the Worlds and Other Sci-Fi Classics by H.G. Wells. This book is huge and has multiple books in this. I've already read The Time Machine and the Island of Dr. Moreau in this book, and this month I finished The Invisible Man in here. I didn't necessarily enjoy this one. It was a little bit boring for me. The characters were dull. The Invisible Man himself was always angry, and I didn't really understand as to why. He just had a poor attitude. But I did enjoy it to an extent. When the Invisible Man was explaining to his friend on how he became invisible and the science that went behind it, I felt that was interesting, and I felt the ending for the Invisible Man was also extremely fitting for the book as well. The other book I read out of here was obviously The War of the Worlds. I actually enjoyed this book. It's about Martians coming to Earth, and I believe the time period in which this happens is the 1800s. So there's no cars, there's no big technology, and there's not really much of a way for people to fight them off. And the way that the aliens are defeated, I find is really interesting, and you never see that portrayed in modern alien movies or literature. At least I haven't, and I felt it was a really good read. Memories by Ling Leave. This is a book that has some other poems from your previous books, like lullabies. I don't know what other poems from other books are in this one, but I enjoyed it. I'm not much of a poem reader. I'm not a big fan of poetry, but I thought I'd give it a try. I like her artwork in her books. They're always really pretty. I don't like long poetry. I like how her poems are pretty short. It was a good, easy read for me. Although, there were some poems in here that were a little weird for my taste. There's one called Dyslexia, and for somebody that actually has dyslexia, it made absolutely no sense whatsoever. It was a poor analogy for what she was trying to say, and I felt like what she was trying to say got lost. A couple of poems in here that I was just like, what the heck? But the other ones were well written, and I did enjoy this book. Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. I actually did a book review on this, and I will link that down below. I did enjoy this book. I'm not going to go too much in it. It is a dystopian. There's violence and rape and other things in this book. I did enjoy it. If you want to know more information about it, go check out the book review that I did. The last book I read is the Young Oxford book of Nasty Endings. This is pretty much a thriller, horror, short stories for young adults. And when I say young adults, this is more around the age for people from 12 to 16. Stories were really easy to read. There wasn't very much to process, although some of these stories are meant to make you think, like the last one, which was also extremely sad. But they're not always horror related. Some of them are just creepy, some of them are horror, some of them are just weird, but everything that they do have in common is, you guessed it, nasty endings. It was an easy read. I flew through it rather quickly, and sometimes you just need a book where you can just easily read through it and just relax. I enjoyed this. If you like horror, and if you like young adult, I definitely suggest it to you. This also would be a fun little book to read during October, so this book might appear again. But yes, those are all the books that I read this month. Oh, it wasn't that many, but that's a lot for me. But thanks guys for watching, and I will see you again next time.